welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the past to uncover some of the most mind-blowing facts from history that you probably haven't heard before. These aren't your typical textbook stories. These are the events, those curious footnotes in the human story that might just make you question everything you thought you knew about the past. So, fasten your seatbelts and prepare to be amazed as we delve into the fascinating, the bizarre, and the truly mind-blowing. Let's get started. The vast, sun-baked landscapes of Western Australia, 1932. It was here that a conflict of truly unusual proportions unfolded, the Great Emu War. Picture, if you will, a nation's army, armed with Lewis machine guns, facing off against a formidable enemy, a horde of 20,000 emus. These weren't your average birds. These emus were large, flightless, and causing havoc by devastating farmers' crops. The Australian government, in an attempt to protect their wheat and appease the frustrated farmers, decided to take drastic action. They declared war on the emus. The initial offensive began in November, with soldiers venturing into the countryside, their objective to cull the emu population. However, the emus, masters of guerrilla warfare, proved to be a more cunning adversary than anticipated. They scattered in all directions, making them difficult targets. Days turned into weeks, and the emus, seemingly unfazed by the soldiers' efforts, continued their rampage through the wheat fields. The war dragged on, marked by a series of failed attempts to control the emu population. The Great Emu War serves as a humorous yet cautionary tale of human hubris in the face of nature's resilience. In the end, the emus, those feathered veterans of the outback, emerged victorious. They had successfully defended their territory and their right to graze. The sands of time have a way of distorting our perception of history, often bringing closer together events that seem impossibly distant. One such mind-bending example is the chronological proximity of Cleopatra, the last active ruler of ancient Egypt, to a pivotal event in human history, the landing on the moon. Cleopatra, the iconic queen of Egypt, renowned for her beauty, intellect, and political acumen, reigned from 51 to 30 BC. Now, let's turn our attention to the towering marvels of ancient engineering, the Pyramids of Giza. Constructed around 2560 BC, these majestic structures have stood as silent sentinels of time for millennia. Here's the mind-boggling part. Cleopatra's reign was closer to the 1969 lunar landing than it was to the construction of the Great Pyramid. Think about that for a moment. The temporal distance between Cleopatra and Neil Armstrong's one small step is shorter than the chasm of time separating her from the pharaohs who commissioned the pyramids. This fascinating chronological quirk underscores the vastness of history and challenges our perception of bygone eras. It serves as a potent reminder that the past, however distant it may seem, is more intricately connected to our present than we often realize. Warfare often evokes images of protracted conflicts, battles waged over years, even decades. Yet history, in its infinite capacity to surprise, also offers instances of conflicts so brief they seem almost absurd. The shortest war ever recorded, a conflict that barely lasted the duration of a typical television sitcom, is a testament to this historical oddity. The year was 1896. The location, the East African island of Zanzibar, a place steeped in history and the pungent aroma of cloves. The conflict, known as the Anglo-Zanzibar War, erupted from a power struggle following the death of the pro-British Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini. The British, favoring a different successor to the throne, found themselves at odds with Sultan Khalid bin Bargash, who had seized power. An ultimatum was issued, demanding Khalid's surrender. Khalid, however, refused to relinquish his newly acquired position. At precisely 9 a.m. on August 27, 1896, British warships unleashed their might upon the Sultan's palace. The bombardment, a thunderous symphony of naval artillery, lasted a mere 38 minutes. By 9:38 a.m., the Sultan's forces were subdued, and Khalid, seeking refuge in the German consulate, effectively ended the shortest war in recorded history. The Eiffel Tower, that iconic symbol of Paris, a masterpiece of wrought iron latticework piercing the sky, is not as static as one might assume. It breathes, it sways, and most astonishingly, it grows taller in the summer heat. The Eiffel Tower, you see, is subject to the laws of physics, specifically thermal expansion. As temperatures rise, the iron from which the tower is constructed expands, causing the entire structure to increase in height. This growth spurt, while seemingly implausible, is a testament to the elegant interplay of engineering and the natural world. During the sweltering summer months, when Paris is bathed in sunshine, the Eiffel Tower can grow by as much as 15 centimeters, or roughly 6 inches. This expansion, while not perceptible to the naked eye, is measurable and a fascinating example of how even the most seemingly immutable structures are subject to change. This phenomenon, however, is not limited to the Eiffel Tower. Bridges, skyscrapers, even railroad tracks all experience thermal expansion to varying degrees. It's a constant reminder that our built environment is not static. It responds to the forces of nature, expanding and contracting in a subtle dance with the elements. So the next time you gaze upon the Eiffel Tower, remember that its height, like the seasons, is in constant flux, a subtle reminder of nature's influence on even our most enduring creations. The hallowed halls of Oxford University, steeped in tradition and academic prestige, have borne witness to centuries of scholarship, their very stones whispering tales of intellectual pursuit. Founded in 1096, Oxford stands as one of the oldest universities in continuous operation, its roots reaching deep into the annals of history. Far across the Atlantic, in the heart of Mesoamerica, a different civilization flourished, the Aztecs. Renowned for their military prowess, intricate social structures, and a rich tapestry of art and mythology, the Aztecs left an indelible mark on history. The Aztec Empire, formally established in 1428, rose to prominence, its influence radiating outward from their magnificent capital, Tenochtitlan. Now, here's where the historical timeline takes a fascinating turn. Oxford University predates the founding of the Aztec Empire. That's right, scholars were already engaging in lively discourse within Oxford's walls, while the Aztecs were still consolidating their power in the Americas. This chronological quirk underscores the vastness and interconnectedness of history. It challenges our Eurocentric view of the past, reminding us that while Europe was experiencing its own historical trajectory, civilizations across the globe were flourishing, leaving behind their own unique legacies. The next time you encounter a discussion about ancient civilizations, remember Oxford's enduring presence. It serves as a powerful reminder that the pursuit of knowledge knows no geographical boundaries, and that history is a tapestry woven from the threads of countless cultures and civilizations. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these mind-blowing historical facts, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.